Hi and welcome to CBN4's Primetime News Package. For today, I'm your presenter, Alian Christopher. Here's a look at the headlines for today. DASPA board and the DPSU to meet for negotiations after DASPA employees protested on Friday. And 2 injured in a mysterious Texas bombing, the 4th in a month. Stay tuned for these and other stories when CBN4's Primetime News Package returns.
L'année signe tout partout. Attention si vous êtes homme et bien femme. Visitez place santé pour examiner corps. Ça c'est un nid pour yo ouais si l'année pièce moun au lion qui ni maladie TB et bien maladie sexuelle. En compagnie moun qui ni maladie HIV pe ni TB aussi. Savent qui l'année guérison pour TB. Ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Parlez by docteur. Prends responsabilité. Aidez du bout de sime maladie TB et HIV. Ou agir tout le monde pour examiner corps yo.
If you're HIV positive or have an STI, having unprotected sex with multiple partners puts them in grave danger. You'll expose every partner and their present and future partners to HIV or another STI. Use a condom every time you have sex. You can live a productive life even if diagnosed with HIV. Remember, early detection is key to your survival. Be responsible, protect yourself and others. Help stop the spread of HIV and other STIs.
There are signs everywhere. Pay attention whether you're male or female. Visit your health center to get screened. It's a preliminary test to determine if you are exposed to the HIV virus, an STI, or tuberculosis. Some people are...
And welcome back. The General Secretary of the Dominica Public Service Union, Thomas Later, has stated that assurance was given by the chairman of the DASPA board that he and his team were willing to meet to address the issue and other issues after employees of the Dominica Air and Seaport Authority protested on Friday morning in relation to the slow pace of salary negotiations and the lack of respect shown to them by management. Later said as a result of that assurance and commitment, the protest ended. The General Secretary said ending the protest has nothing to do with the comments of the Prime Minister.
I agree with the statement coming from the Prime Minister. We don't have any of the protests because we believe that employees, no matter where they are in this world, they have a right to protest. That is a human right that they have. And nobody, I repeat, nobody can take that right, that is to withdraw your labor in protesting. What can be illegal is if you get yourself engaged in certain criminal activities, like the damage to property and injury to people, then that would be illegal, that would be a criminal act. But to withdraw your labor because you are protesting, nobody can prevent that. So I believe that statement was premature, it was uncalled for, and at the same time I believe it was intended. It's either the Prime Minister was not well informed or he was deliberate in his effort to mislead the nation.
He said the objective of the protest was to simply get the authorities to the negotiating tables, and that has been accomplished. He further stated that the issue is not curtailed on what level of salary that will be paid or whether there will be a salary at all, but the fact is the DPSU is looking at the period 2014 to 2016, where a 3-year period was negotiated. Later said that period should have been over and dealt with and should now be in the process of negotiations or completed negotiations for the next triennium, which is 2017 to 2019.
Of whether a hurricane affected us, there is nothing wrong for people to request that the authorities get to the table and we negotiate. We were told, it was suggested by the management that we have met on Monday. That's Monday gone. We did not think of the date. We did not suggest the date. That was management's position that we did on Monday. We went down to the port with our team, 5 of us, myself, an employee, and 3 shop stewards, and we waited. The manager never showed out for the meeting. We informed his secretary, and he did not even have the courtesy to ask to speak to me on the phone and to say, okay, there was a miscommunication, or he missed the date or something. So, and up to this point that I'm talking to you, the manager is yet, or the CEO is yet to call us and to apologize or to say that he's sorry that he had us waiting. So what we did was to use that time when we should have been negotiating to tell the employees that we needed to have a meeting on Thursday. And the turnout to that meeting was good. And it was on that Thursday that we took a decision as to what would happen the Friday, and therefore we went on that protest action.
The Dominica Public Service Union is expected to meet with the DASPA board on March 28th. Recently, at a handing over ceremony in Mahu, parliamentary representative for the Mahu constituency, Honorable Rayburn Blackmore, noted that one of the most critical priorities at present for the government of Dominica is housing. The government of Dominica handed over a $2 million check to the Mahu Village Council for the first phase of home repairs in the Mahu constituency. CBN4 visited one of the areas where construction of a house will be taking place in the first phase of construction.
Effort to address the housing concerns post-Maria, the government of Dominica has sourced funding that is to repair and renovate a number of homes. Some persons are set to receive an entire new house. Now I can tell you I'm standing in the community of Campbell. That is the constituency that belongs to the Honorable Rayburn Blackmore, and as of this week, work is about to commence on this property that you see behind me. The homeowner, she said that she lost everything after the passage of Hurricane Maria, and thankfully, because of her efforts to construct a cellar in concrete, this is where she has been housed for the duration of months. But as of this week, work will commence to fully renovate and repair her home in the community of Campbell.
And in other news, the ECTEL Council of Ministers approved the disbursement of funds to the government of Dominica and the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission (NTRC) in the amount of 150,000 EC and 200,000 EC respectively on March 5, 2018. This donation is to assist in the recovery efforts following the devastating impacts to the telecommunications infrastructure of Dominica. The official handing over of the funds will take place on Tuesday in the press room of the Office of the Prime Minister on the 5th floor of the Financial Center in Roseau. And stay tuned, there's more after the break.
There are signs everywhere. Pay attention whether you're male or female. Visit your health center to get screened. It's a preliminary test to determine if you are exposed to the HIV virus, an STI, or tuberculosis. Some people who are HIV positive also have tuberculosis. But there's hope. Tuberculosis can be cured. And yes, you can live a full life with HIV. Talk to your doctor. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB, HIV. Encourage everyone to get tested.
Les moun qui ni TB estene et ben tout c'est, moun qui en bonne santé oli ouin ka respirer c'est vermine là. Moun qui pa ni bon tempérament, kon sa ki ni maladie HIV, alcool, ka fumer, ti mamay et grand moun bien sensible pour ces maladies ça là. Moun qui ka tousse ni pour prendre précaution les yo en parmi moun en place publique. Couvert bouche ou le ka estene et tousse. Visitez docteur et ben place santé. Fini tout traitement yo ba ou sa joine guérison et puis maladie TB. En responsabilité ou aider du bout si men maladie TB et HIV, protéger corps et les autres.
And welcome back to the Primetime News. Acting Senior Fisheries Officer Jolan Defoe has stated that the fishing industry is currently faced with a number of challenges. Defoe said several things under the fisheries industry were affected during the passing of Hurricane Maria, which is now having a negative impact on the amount of fish that are caught by the fishermen. He said the loss of direct assets of the fishers are the main contributors to the decline in the amount of fish that are being caught.
It's not necessarily because there is less fish in the sea, but of course the supporting services that lend to fishing effort. So what you have seen is a significant reduction in fishing effort because a lot of the boats are lost, especially in the most heavily impacted area and the most productive area like Scott's Head, Sophia Scott's Head area. Significant amount of loss there, both on the East Coast and the West Coast. So it's nothing, it's not surprising that you would have a reduction in fish production and also a scarcity of fish. So I will be careful not to link too much towards the availability of fish in the marine environment, but at a significant reduction in the effort, in the catch, yes. But the effort have to yield what brings the catch. So this is how we categorize it, or we term it in fisheries effort.
Defoe said that post-Hurricane Maria, the fishing industry embarked on a rapid assessment program. He said, as time goes by, the move from a rapid to a more comprehensive assessment is the aim of the fishing industry. And the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development, in collaboration with the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Center, CDEMA, earlier today launched the Model Safe Schools program, MSSP, to offer tools for assessing the levels of safety of schools. The Model Safe School program is a suite of guidance tools through which comprehensive disaster management may be integrated into Dominican schools. The program is designed to assist states in the region with implementation of processes that result in safer, greener educational facilities. It comprises a policy that can be adopted by governments, tools for assessing the level of safety and greenness of schools, a template emergency plan that can be adapted to a school-specific situation and hazard context, and a list of tools that can be utilized to create safer and greener institutions. In January 2018, the Caribbean Development Bank began disbursement of grant funding of €746,000 to the CDEMA Coordinating Unit to implement the MSSP toolkit in Dominica and 4 other countries, Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The implementation of the Model Safe Schools program in the Caribbean will, among other things, enhance the capacity of participating states to incorporate and mainstream comprehensive risk and disaster management considerations in education sector policies, planning, and operations. The planned duration of the project is 24 months. And the Dominica Football Association has presented certificates to successful coaches who participated in a 5-day DFA local D-license coaching course which was held earlier in the year. President of the Dominica Football Association, Glenn Etienne, has stated that the hosting of the D-Licensed coaching course by local instructors is a historic and momentous occasion for the members and staff of the Dominica Football Association. The Dominica Football Association has had many FIFA and CONCACAF sponsored coaching courses in the past, and the President, Etienne, says that this is the first time the DFA has something to call its own, which was developed by members of the association.
Indeed very commendable, and the coaches must be lauded. You, the local coaches, must also come in for high praise for the sacrifice and hard work that was put in. I am sure that you are truly satisfied and proud of your efforts, as you have every reason to be elated. This should signal the start of a new journey for you, a journey that should lead you to becoming a more qualified and competent coach. Certainly, the DFA will provide opportunities for you to pursue the field of coaching at a higher level, which will lead to high level of certification. At present, many of you are involved in coaching at the academy level. So this certification will make you more authentic and will put you in a better position to impart knowledge to those under your care. The D-License program is just the beginning of things to come. As far as coach education is concerned, following this phase, the members of the technical department will put together a C-License program.
Meantime, Technical Director of the Dominica Football Association, Jerome Badwell, says that the DFA has embraced the opportunity to shape a vision of success for all its coaches. He said the DFA aims to provide the highest quality training to empower its coaches to contribute meaningfully to the shaping of a rich football climate on the island.
The main purpose of educating coaches is to prepare competent coaches for teams at all levels, starting from grassroots up to the national teams. We train our coaches to prepare high-skilled football players. All models given by the main football countries in the world highlight the absolute necessity to train the young players at the early age, in order to give them a sound and solid base from which further skills and training can be mounted. Football associations and clubs have the need and responsibility to educate the youth, to become not only good players, but also to be better citizens with a sound education, with good human values, with respect and fair play.
For the just concluded DFA local course, Badwell said the target groups were that of club coaches, new and young coaches, and unqualified coaches. We'll be back with more right after the break.